Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's your boy DLloyd. So, Bleacher Report, they are reporting right now, that the New York Knicks and potentially the Houston Rockets could be discussing a deal that could ultimately send Russell Westbrook to the New York Knicks. Now, I want to go ahead and throw this out there from the beginning. This is still obviously a rumor, right? This is something that Bleacher Report is reporting as a possibility. They are not saying that this trade is happening, but let's break it down. Let's think this through and see if we like this trade if it was to happen. Now, the New York Knicks, they will be sending Frank Ntilikina and Barrett along with first-round draft picks. Now, they did not disclose how many first-round picks. Like I said, this is still something that is a possibility, not something that is going to happen. But you're looking at Frank, you're looking at RJ, and then, of course, moving the pick in exchange for Russell Westbrook. Now, in my opinion, I'm not a huge fan of the trade, but let's look at some of the positives that each team could get from a move like this. The Houston Rockets, they're clearly trying to go in a different direction. They're still not trying to go in a complete rebuild, but they need to retool their whole team if they want to really make noise in that tough Western Conference. The New York Knicks, they're rebuilding, trying to figure things out. I don't know if you can say rebuilding because it hasn't been built for a long time. But the New York Knicks, they're trying to figure something out, right? Frank Ntilikina was a first-round pick. So was RJ Barrett. Frank hasn't really panned out that great. RJ Barrett hasn't panned out that great either. But remember, they haven't been in the league long. RJ Barrett was a rookie last season. He struggled. But once again, we've seen how many players struggle specifically with the New York Knicks. So maybe a change of scenery could help them. Maybe they could perform better playing with a different coach in a different organization, in a different environment. Maybe that could help some of these guys out because like a player like RJ Barrett specifically, we see the potential. We know how good he could be. He just didn't show it consistently with the Knicks in season 1. But the Knicks receiving Russell Westbrook, this is the one that puzzles me a little bit because we see Westbrook's contract. Obviously, Westbrook is getting older, and Westbrook, he's obviously on the decline. Now, how steep is this decline going to be? That remains to be seen, but we know Russell Westbrook isn't going to elevate. He's not going to become better than the 16-17 Russell Westbrook or the 17-18 Russell Westbrook. This is a Russell Westbrook that is getting up there in age. His athleticism is something that he depends on. We've seen just historically tends to kind of, when it starts slowing down and you become less athletic as you were before, less explosive as you were before, the players that relied on the athleticism, they tend to age quicker than, a more skilled player or a player that doesn't rely on it as much. Like I said, we will see how exactly Russell Westbrook will come back this season, but he didn't look fantastic in the playoffs that we just seen here in the bubble a few months back, man. So him going to the Knicks, I don't think he changes much. I don't think all of a sudden the Knicks are contenders because they have Russell Westbrook on their team. So I'm not sure why you will give up 2 young guys to try to potentially get a guy that we know is good. We know he is the real deal. He is legit, but how many seasons is he going to give you? How long, is he going to give you a chance? And I think a team that's going to take Westbrook is going to be a team that's trying to compete and contend in the near future, not in 5, 10 years from now. So I'm not a huge fan of the deal for the New York Knicks. For, obviously, the Rockets, it could make sense because you get 2 young guys. You're hoping that a change of scenery, being in a new place, could help improve their game. Them being around, Harden can help improve their game. That is the goal for Houston. I just don't think it makes sense for the Knicks. The Knicks are one of the few teams that have salary cap space going into free agency. Now, we've seen them strike out before, and it's very possible that they could strike out again, but you had that free agency space. Maybe you don't target, the top free agents. Maybe you target those mid-tier guys that you think could help bolster your roster, that you think could help, create a contender in New York. And you kind of go after 2 or 3 of those guys instead of the one main piece. I think maybe that's the ultimate move for New York, unless, of course, you can snag somebody. But I think that's the move for New York, not trading away your young guys to get an older player that's going to give you another 2 or 3 seasons. That's just my opinion, though. You guys let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. Do you think the Knicks should look at a Russell Westbrook? Do you think Houston should trade a Russell Westbrook? I don't mind Houston shipping out Westbrook if they could get some young pieces back or some other multiple pieces back. If I'm the Knicks, though, Westbrook is not the guy I'm looking at to, upstart our franchise. But you guys let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section below. It's your boy DLloyd. I'm see y'all next time. Peace.